name is Robbie Anderson. I am a proud father of 3 and recent grandfather. That's a tough one. I'm from McGregor, Texas, and I own Anderson Oil and Tire McGregor. I'm also the president of the McGregor Movement, which is a volunteer nonprofit organization that is basically about our community of McGregor and doing positive things in the community. April 19th, 2008, I believe. Yes, 2008, and got a phone call about 3 o'clock in the morning that my sister had been involved in a hit and run accident and that she did not make it. Getting that phone call in the middle of the night was unbelievable, to say the least. I was angry. I was sad. I was breaking stuff. I mean, it was a really dark moment, for me. Then we lived in San Antonio at the time, so I wasn't even here. She was actually supposed to be with us the weekend that it happened, so it was kind of like, a lot of different things emotions there. We came home as fast as we could back to McGregor, and, seeing your family, my parents, and knowing that now, I'm an only child, it was very, very rough, We partied, because that's what us Andersons do. We drink cold beverages for multiple days. Everybody kind of deals with their own way, and that's how we do it. The first week, it doesn't seem real. It seems like a dream that you want to wake up from immediately. Into the second week, it starts settling in that, yes, this is what it is. And then, the first month, is you're really trying to decide. For me personally, it's trying to decide, am I just going to be sad like this all the time? Or am I going to, because it's going to be like this always. Me and my wife moved to New Orleans, bought a business, very short period after my sister passed. So it was almost like we were running away, in a sense. We moved to New Orleans, started the business. It was hard. Money was tight, things like that. And so I caught myself just being this super negative, bitching, moaning, complaining individual. And that's just not me. And I remember, I think I was turning 28 years old. So I think maybe a year, maybe 2. I thought to myself, is this who, my sister would want me to be? And I made a vow right then to myself that I was going to do better, for myself, for my family, and just kind of flipped it all around. And that's when, positive things started happening. And that was, like I said, probably 2 years out. And it sounds insane, but I had a dream. And in this dream, my sister talked to me. This is in New Orleans. And my sister talked to me, and we went on this journey, all these different things. And then the end of the dream was basically we went underwater. And then once we're underwater, we held our breath, and she takes me, and then all of a sudden we're in this dry, warm, awesome place. And I went in, we hung out, we played board games, and it was like a whole night, which seemed like a long time. But anyways, I woke up from that, and she told me, it's like, I'm good, I'm fine, you need to be fine, and now you have to go. And so I swam up and literally sprung up out of my bed, that day. And of course it was a terrible, terrible day, a really sad, beautiful day. But it was after that point, that's when I knew, I'm okay, she's okay. This happened. I'm okay. And I have, my whole life to do, so many more things. And so I think for me personally, that was the moment when I knew okay, we got to start doing something. And that was right around the same time that we started, to move back to McGregor and, get that kind of figured out. But, once moving back, getting more and more involved in things and, the community, and just seeing, not just positivity, but love. I mean, like, really and truly, that's love. Like, I see love. And so when you see that, like, it's kind of like, okay, like, this is gonna be okay. Like, it sucks. You know what I mean? Like, I miss her every single day. But I think that, like, I knew, like, that's it. Like, we're okay. We're just gonna keep moving forward and keep doing bigger and better things. And so far, like, I feel like that's kind of what's happening. You know what I mean? Like, just everything is just kind of growing and getting bigger. So I'm glad to be a part of it, honestly. The hardest thing to tell someone is words, because, like, at the end of the day, every person's scenario is so unique to them. So something that I always like to say, is like, there really is no words, but just know, it's like that everything's gonna be okay. Like, it might not be okay right now. It might not be okay in 3 weeks. It might not be okay in a year, because your path is whatever path you're on. But it will be okay, and you'll be okay. You just got to find that light. Find the light. If you find the light and be around the light, then that's what you need, My name is Robbie Anderson. Life is possible, and hope is real.